I'm going to be answering this question. How do you read Kalimba Tablature? Now, you can see the similarity between the Kalimba Tablature and the Kalimba. It's a map of the Kalimba. It shows you what notes to play at what time. Actually, what times to play at what time. Let's compare with staff notation. This is what most music is written in. And you start here. Time goes this way. Pitch, the higher it is on the page, the higher the pitch. The lower it is, the lower the pitch. And you need to know some things, like this is C, E, G. So you need to translate this, and you need to know how to make that note on your instrument. In principle, you could play this on any instrument, though the range might not be suitable for your instrument, or the key might not be suitable. This is a diatonic instrument. It's in the key of C, as is the tablature, so there's no problem there. Now here's the Kalimba tablature. It starts here. Time runs up. Here's measure 1, 2, 3, 4, and the end. And this dimension doesn't tell you what note you're playing. It tells you which time you're playing. So these tines are tuned in a particular way. If you play a kalimba, it's tuned a different way. It's going to make different music. I'm just going to read this off. This black line separates the right from the left. The low C belongs to the right. So this is a chord, a 4-note chord. You play 3 adjacent notes with a glissando, and here's the top note right next to the painted tine C. So, and I repeat that, and then I have to cross over, not that red one, but the one next to the red one. So I'm going to play this. Measure 2, measure 3. That's just part of Ode to Joy. Anyway, you might be done now with this video if you get it. Otherwise, stick around and we'll see what else we got. So the painted tines need to match on the tablature and on the kalimba. The color doesn't matter. This could be red in the tablature and this could be blue, but I've got a red one just for simplicity's sake. Now you see, this says play 5 notes all at once. 2 unpainted, there, this painted one, 2 more unpainted. So you do, so in context, okay. Now, one aspect of the tablature is the timing, because music lives in the structure of time. In 2 ways here, we've got these beats that happen. These are all quarter notes. We're going to deal with that later. And they come in groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first measure. In measure 2, we've got 4. We always have the same number of beats in each measure. It doesn't always have to be 4. It could be 3, it could be 6. And we can control that. We'll see down here, common time, there's no time signature here, so it's 4-4 is common time. I'm just going to play this. And when I get to the end, I'm going to repeat. Here we go. Measure 2, switch sides. Start on the red tine. Start 1 left of that low red tine. Repeat. So I don't look at the tablature once I understand the music. I internalize it. It gets me started. And once I'm in my own head, I don't have to pay attention to the tablature. I could make up my own variations. See what I'm doing? I'm doubling the octaves. So use the tablature as a starting point and do your own ideas. Now, here's what I said about the different symbols for different types of notes. Now, where the ball is tells you what note to play and when to play it. Generally, the less the note has on it, the longer it lasts. This is a whole note and it lasts 4 beats. You play 4 different times there to get that. These are quarter notes. They last 1 beat. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 beats in this measure. These are half notes. They've got less stuff than these. They last 2 beats each. They're 2 in a measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are eighth notes and they go faster. There's 8 of them. And they each one lasts half a beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let me play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how that goes. So this is how I create the tablature. This is the program ktabs. And you can see it's got the same Kalimba setup as I've got. I can change this. I can change the color. I can change which times are colored. I can change the tuning. I can change the number of notes. So ktabs is incredibly flexible. I'm going to write a song that everyone knows. I'm going to go to the next part of the song. Now that's a half note. It gets 2 beats. Now the fast part. Oops. So first click selects the time, first click selects the time, and the second click selects the time. That's not the right one though. I click it again and it goes away. Bum, 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 bum. So I'm gonna select those, change them to eighth notes. I'm gonna bar them or beam them together. Bum, 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 bum. And I can always play it back and make sure I did it right. Okay, and the rest, well, I have to go to a lower note than I have, so I'm not going to do anymore. But you see how this relates. Excuse me. Let's do just a pattern. So this note is right here. 1 over from the red one on the far right. So it's tablature, it's a map. It tells you what notes to play, and it's easy. It's not hard. And if you don't know how something is supposed to sound because you're confused about the rhythm or the details, we have sound files that explain how it goes. We'll get to that momentarily. Here's some tips for making your kalimba path a little bit easier. 17 notes is a lot. You can do a lot of music. But you might want to make it easier with a 10-note kalimba. Here is a pattern. These are repeat signs, by the way. Start here. Bum, 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 bum. You can see it alternate sides. Ba, 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 bum. And let me play this and repeat it a couple of times. You'll notice these are blue, these are red. It doesn't matter because they're in the same place and this is tuned the same way. Repeat. Even if you don't have a 10-note kalimba, you can still pretend. Let me show you. The bottom 10 notes of the 17 note are the same as this. So I'm going to do this, put these on the 3 and 4 outer tines. I'm just going to pretend I don't have them anymore. You can see not painted, not painted, painted. So what I've got left is the same as this. Here's some more tips on reading tablature. Just focus on 1 or 2 measures at a time. Go as slowly as you want. Repeat it until you get good. These are repeat signs, open and close repeat signs. I'm back to the 10 note, and we could learn the right side by itself. That's repeated. And then learn the left side, rest. Put them together. So I'm getting that pretty good. I can speed up. Now, if you get bored, you could do something else. Maybe don't change both sides. Maybe just change one side, like this. And back to the original. Flip sides. Back to the original. So what I've done is I've put 39 years of my Kalimba wisdom into this Kalimba Tablature, but that doesn't mean that's the end of the story. It's the beginning of the story for you. Take what I've learned and do whatever you like with it. Here's the final thing I wanted to say about tips. My books come with these, and downloads come with these little sound icons. If you click on it, it will take your web browser to the page that has the MP3 file for this. I'm playing it on a 10 note because it doesn't have any outer tines in the tablature. Bum bum brum, bum bum brum, bum bum bum, brum bum brum bum. You can see this is in 3/4, and you'll of course know the lullaby. This is from 365 Days to Kalimba Mastery, Volume 1, and it has the tablature and the staff notation side by side with some words, and of course the recordings to help you. If you want to know more about tablature, check out this website, kalimbamagic.com/tablature. And we, meaning I, have written like, I don't know, 10 or 12 books for the 17-note Kalimba in C. It's the most popular Kalimba worldwide ever since the Chinese took over. And these books will help you play this Kalimba like I do. It starts out easy and gets complicated. Anyway, this is Mark Holdaway signing off for Kalimba Magic, wishing you the best on your Kalimba journey.